There we go. Hello, hello, Aquarians. This is your reading, your in-depth reading for March. This is great if you are Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Aquarius placements, or if you have 11th house placements, Sun, Moon, Venus. Take what feels like it is meant for you. Hi, Shelby. And don't try to make anything fit. I had a session with one of my dear Taurus clients. Hi, Will. Hi, Mila. Yesterday, and they are in a happy relationship, and a whole bunch of Taurus readings they saw all over the internet. Hi, Juan. Hi, Maricela. Said, you know, hi, April, that they were going to break up. And she was, and I kept, so I say it all the time. If it doesn't apply, then don't try to make it fit like a pair of jeans in the back of your closet. And just know that you'll feel it. You will literally physically feel it, and know the difference between anxiety and the knowing. And that's a conversation to have with your guides. I'm trying to figure out what to do Sunday's show on, so please leave me after the chat, not during the chat, because I won't see them because I'm concentrating. But leave me a message about what you would like to see Sunday's show be on. I know everybody's always interested in talking about how to like check in with their guides, or how to find out their guides' names, all those kind of things. Okay, so we're looking into Aquarius. I spent at least 5 minutes shuffling these cards since they were newer. But we just got another one that was, woof, in the last reading. Okay. This is very interesting so far, Aquarius. And I am using my new Stranger Things tarot, which are very interesting. I'm a little in love with them. Okay. Well, we got a whole bunch of scoops in this reading, which we did not get in the last reading. So it's lots of pentacles. Stability for the Aquarians. So how you're being dropped off into this reading, the energy that you're kind of, whenever it is that you see this, it's meant for you. But the energy that kind of dropped you off finding this reading, Aquarius, we have a little heartbreak, which I hate. Let me double check myself here, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, dice or swords. Dice are swords. Yes. So we have the Three of Swords here, which I don't love for you, but it's the energy that you're coming out of or was dropped off with. The energy in other is the world. Now, let me say this. Other can be your person of interest. It can be romantic. It can be a situation at work. Whatever is most affecting your energy right now. So this can also be when we are really working on ourselves, when we're doing the inner work. The other column here can be the new part of us we're trying to step into, or a part of us we're trying to shed. You know, the world is awakening. So often we're starting to realize the subject matter should be more focused on us. And, you know, I'm about the empowerment. I don't want to manipulate you and tell you how to get anybody to do anything based on using their signs and like hitting them in the Achilles heel of their weaknesses. That is not what I'm about. So, we're going to talk about your empowerment in this, Aquarius. I kind of feel like more for this reading than I did for Cancer's reading. For quite a few of you, this is you stepping into a new version of yourself and letting go of some things. We have 2 cards in reverse, and the 1 card that's in the upright on your end is the 3 of Swords. I feel like for most of you, this really is letting go of something that no longer serves you and stepping into something that is much healthier. For others of you, this is this is dealing with somebody who is so in their own stuff. Because there's always more than one story, right? Or one camp, I always say. Woof. I don't know if you can even see it on my face. This energy, hi Stacy, this energy is big for Aquarius. And quite honestly, I already moved Libra over just knowing that I was not going to be able to do Libra today. So we'll have Libra and Gemini and finish up air signs on Saturday. But man, this energy is something. So this 3 of Swords that you're coming out of, weirdly, I feel like the 3 of Swords here is not something you're disconnected from. A lot of times we see the 3 of Swords and it's because something is over. Like your heart is broken because it's over. I don't see the disconnection. I don't feel the disconnection here. This 3 of Swords is like grieving for someone that's still in your life that like either disappointed you or was just not how you thought this would turn out, Aquarians. But I don't feel a disconnection. Let me show you the 3 of Dice card. It's funny, my little Virgo, do you see the, like, it looks like burnt edges? Almost like old photographs on the corner. I keep wanting to, like, fix them. My Virgo is, you know, my Jupiter in Libra is loving the aesthetic of these cards. And my Virgo is wanting to, like, fix the corners. So, you know, there is a light behind the heartbreak. There is a realization. There is an enlightenment. There is going to be a truth that comes, and it might be a truth that brought you, like, oh, the facade is coming down. The facade is crumbling. That is not who they represented themselves to be, is what I'm feeling for a lot of you. I don't feel like the love is gone. I just think we're in an awareness, if I'm being honest. Now, for those of you who are stepping into a new part of you, this is freedom. This is true Aquarian energy. I am feeling, oof. That Three of Swords releases you from something that brings you a liberation. For some of you, you might have be allowing yourself to engage in something else that's like far healthier than this thing that at some point disappointed you. That's probably just for one of two of you, but you may actually be stepping into energy that you're experiencing something a little more healthy. It feels like a little bit of all that glitters is not gold. And, you know, that's not like Aquarius. That's more of like a Leo thing. Like, Leo's beautiful big heart can sometimes be taken in by somebody that's all surface, which usually leads Leo to be more discerning. However, this was, wow, this is heavy. This is heavy. This is going to be a big message, Aquarians. Again, I don't feel like there's fully love lost. For some of you, there is not fully love lost, but there is something else that came along, as it does. Whenever we settle, we think like, this is what I should want. This is good for me. This is in the moment. This is so completely different. That's what it is. I had this in a session yesterday when I said they couldn't have given me the phrase to begin with so I don't stumble on my words. There's an energy here where you're stepping into a new part of you that allows you to experience something far more healthy, because what you may have been doing, Aquarians, is going from one archetype to another. In other words, if you had somebody that was very pragmatic and very, you know, they had you trauma bonded with them. They had trauma, you had trauma, they showed their trauma, you helped them with their trauma, but in the end, they didn't really want to come out of their trauma, and they were pragmatism turned into womp womp, like more problems than happiness, right? So then the next thing that comes along is this bubbly, happy package. It is, there's money, there's all the stuff that you didn't have in the last, and you're like, that is the remedy for what I just went through. Instead of looking at what was healthy. Now the remedy has turned out to be just a different set of issues within the relationship. I hope that made sense. Hi, Alien. There is this whole focus on, I had somebody that was like real because I'm real. I had somebody that like did not have a perfect childhood because I didn't have a perfect childhood, and I don't have to feel like I have to fake it. Maybe they didn't have a whole lot of great family. I don't have a lot of great family. So like there was trauma bonding. But the pragmatism for people like us, right? It turns into almost like a disallowance to enjoy life. So now you've found somebody who's like, let's ride the roller coaster on the front of the, you know, with our hands up, and let's go do this and do that, and we have the money to do it, and we're gonna go. And it was full throttle. This was the remedy. It was the antidote. It was the antithesis of the dichotomy of the relationship you were in before. And that, unfortunately, where the other person was so cards on the table, this has been my life, it's been rough. This person was a lot of facade. This other person was a lot of facade. And for one or two of you, you have not fully left that, but as universe does, it drops somebody off in front of you that speaks to a part of you that no one has spoken to before. Universe dropped somebody off in front of you that chemistry, whether it was looked for or not, happened. Universe dropped somebody off in front of you that there is a spark with, and also that person is able to laugh and have joy, but they're also not all that glitters is gold. It's a happy medium. Right? Because you're not a depressed bump on a log, but you're also not wanting to just pretend everything's okay when it's not. And there has to be a happy medium. It feels like you're pulled in two different directions, if I'm being honest. Oof. I knew. I got a fresh glass of water. I ate some fruit, and I changed Libra over. We're just on the first row, people. In the alchemy, the alchemic reaction between these two energies. It's the Seven of Swords. It's in reverse. I'll show you what it is. Looks like a little treasure. And there's the swords in there. It's the Seven of Swords, and it's in reverse. I don't know if you've been romantically involved with this other energy yet, but all that glitters is gold. The person that you're dealing with that probably disappointed you probably came off as not jealous at all, which you wouldn't deal with that really to begin with, Aquarius. If you had somebody that was like super clingy and jealous, you'd probably be like, oh my God, get off my jock. Especially like if you have Aquarius Venus. But the suspicion just kept deteriorating the relationship. This feels like a very specific message. Like this might as well be for one person. So I apologize if it just feels so specific. I don't know that this feels as collective as normally the messages come in. Although we have two groups here. For those of you who know that like you crossed a line because of feelings, or you crossed a line because there's been flirting, I don't think that there's been, how this energy has dropped you off is that there has not been real action on that, but your other person is almost accusing you of it. And again, I don't feel like this is anything you looked for. I feel like somebody dropped in front of you that there was just instant connection. And it could just be a friend, but they're also such a breath of fresh air to speak to, Aquarius. I feel like this person, again, feels a little bit like remedy to the current situation, where the current situation felt like remedy to the last situation. Woof. As Gemma from Gemstone Tarot, and I know you guys all know I feel this way, but please go follow her. But as she says, after this reading, I'm going to need to lay down in a biscuit, which means a nap and a cookie. This is an intricate tapestry that is woven of actions and feelings. The person you may be dealing with, Aquarius, may be a little bit fragile. The person that you have at home, and the person that you're already in a relationship with that's problematic, that has disappointed you, that you're a little heartbroken over. I don't feel complete separation from them, because I feel like they're a little fragile. And it pisses me off when people call Aquarians cold. They are not cold. They are actually a do no harm kind of sign, very much like Virgo. And they really don't want to like destroy somebody. They're humanitarians, people. I'm saying people like you all don't know, since you're the Aquarians. In the energy that's available to you now, we have, I really thought scoops were going to be cups, but they're not. Scoops are pentacles. Two of scoops here would be the Two of Pentacles, balance. This is out of balance. This might be somebody that when you first met them, you were like, yes, 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 this is simpatico. We want all the same things. And now it's very clear you don't want all the same things. I have to be honest, Aquarius, in the recent past, you've dealt with somebody who either hides what they know about themselves to be true, that they don't like, or they don't want people to see, or they don't have awareness of themselves. And you think somebody this smart, this able to make money, this grown in life could not have so little awareness. And I am feeling that there was somebody you were involved with, or still not completely disconnected from, but possibly would like to be, that maybe doesn't have that much awareness. On this other side, we have the Queen of Cups. This is very first season, Elle lifting the FBI van up over everyone to get them to safety. This is the Queen of Cups. This is somebody very powerful, a little protective. This could be you stepping into that energy, and it could be walking into that kind of energy with somebody else. This could be the other person that got dropped off in front of you. This also could be the person that you're dealing with that is so focused on themselves and is so emotional. They're almost a little hard to deal with. The alchemy between this out of balance Two of Pentacles and this extreme Queen of Cups, because I don't know what else we would call this card, but an extreme Queen of Cups. We have the Eight of Cups. Wanting to walk away. We have fall leaves here. There's changing. Things are changing. And quite like the cycle of the seasons, they're changing whether you want them to or not. They are changing whether you want them to or not. We have out of balance and extreme measures, or something that has just turned into, on the other side here, we have something that has, it's not avoidable anymore, that there's feelings. I'm sorry if you have to watch this more than once, because there's definitely different scenarios going on here. The energy that you're going to walk into, so we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. Not sorry. Either you're owed an apology you're not going to get, or you're not given one, and it's wanted of you. For some of you, you're not sorry that all of this is happening. You're not sorry that you met this other person. For others of you, this extreme in their own world and not taking anyone else's stuff into, they want an apology for the thing that you didn't do. Oof. They want an apology for the thing that you didn't do. You're not giving it. In the upcoming energy for others, we have the Five of Pentacles, and it's in reverse. This is the Five of Scoops, and we could see the cracked cone, right? This is melting. It's a mess. They are trying to fix things. They are understanding that they isolated themselves with their behavior. If this is the person that we're talking about, the extreme behavior. If this is somebody else that you cannot seem to get away from the chemistry, that feels more like home than the person you're actually possibly committed to, then this is representing the struggle of communication with them, because every time you communicate with them, it goes deeper and deeper, and it can't go backwards. It can't go backwards. Every time you have communication with them. So communication might be back and forth if this is a new person, because every single time you could talk about the weather and it does not matter. The connection grows deeper because you're available to it. Because this one feels ick to be connected with anymore. We have the Ten of Swords in reverse. There is an energy. We have Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups in reverse. We have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. There's something ready to be done here, and it's not done yet. Not in the beginning of April. Let's get some clarifiers for this. It's the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands on that too. Yeah, you're ready to be re-inspired. Okay, we started off with the Three of Swords in the upright, and we are clarifying this out of balance with the Three of Swords. You're ready to be done with the heartbreak. I think there is a realization that that person that you sadly thought was for you was not for you. We have Ten of Pentacles also in reverse. So we have the Queen of Wands in the upright, ready to move, re-inspired to not stay in that energy. This has grown a little toxic, and there's just something so much easier. It's just easy. It's just easy. It feels like this would be a third relationship, a third like long-term relationship for a lot of people. I'm not gonna lie. It feels like the first person wasn't easy because you guys both knew it wouldn't be easy because you both know you came from the same kind of like trauma background. The second one felt like it was gonna be easy because now this is my, you know, happy, let's do everything, but that crumbled, like the facade broke away. I once had a vision for a friend. My God, this is 2018, 2019. I had a vision for a friend and I kept having the same dream. And I woke up and we didn't talk all the time. So I called them and I said, I texted them and said, we have to have a phone call because like I keep getting a vision for you and they don't believe in any of that. And I saw this like perfect looking woman in their kitchen. I had not been in their house yet because they lived in another state. I had not been in their home, not seen pictures, nothing. But they were like putting away dishes and they almost looked like that perfect little like Stepford wife, all the curves in all the right places. They had these like blonde bangs and these big eyelashes and they were like doing dishes, and my friend turns to me in the dream and says, that's what I'm talking about, like a real partner. And look at her. And she would not look me in the eye in the dream. I'm there in the kitchen with them and she would not look me. And when she did, her face started to crack. The eyelashes started to fall off. Like I could tell it was all facade. This was not really her. This is what she was doing because she knew that's what he wanted. And I said, and he's like, don't tell me that. Because I just met somebody and I was like, I described her and he showed me a picture and it looked like the person in my vision. It was a reoccurring dream. And so within a week, the jig was up. I wasn't wrong. They were pretending to be, because he had a house. He had several cars. He had a lot of things, and this person needed stability. Were they also an enjoyable human? Sure. But they did not deserve to have somebody that was completely faking who they were. They keep showing me this vision while I'm doing this reading. Like whatever you signed up for, this person worked hard. Like, I'm going to help you. Life is going to be different. We're going to do this together. And it all sounded so good. And left you so disappointed and a little heartbroken. And now here's something that's just real. It's not a whole bunch of promises. It's not a campaign. This person doesn't pretend to anything. Hi, Betty. Yeah, it's been a tough month, and March is not the time to like make all the changes, do all the things. It's going to be palpable in every direction we hit because this energy is hitting everyone. Go listen to the end of my Virgo video for more on that when Connie Jo leaves and it's just me. Go listen to that, what I talk about for March. It's going to show up on everyone. Let's clarify. You're re-inspired though. You're ready to like... There's new stability available. There's new stability available on this side. We have a Page of Pentacles. We have Temperance. You also may be dealing with somebody who does excess of something. Shopping, drinking, something. Working, something. Ugh. They keep popping up and then popping back in the deck, and I won't take them when they do that. We have 2 pages and the Temperance here. Page of Pentacles, Page of Wands, I feel like this still hasn't gotten physical. If this is another person, I feel like it hasn't gotten physical, but the emotional and mental connection is overwhelming. You may also, Temperance may be showing up because you're like, this, I can't be labeled the bad guy here. You know, that's the thing when we stick and we stay. And Aquarius is still fixed. It's a fixed sign. When fixed energies stay in something that is awful, and that person has probably given you a laundry list of perfectly reasonable exchanges, like perfectly reasonable reasons, you know, legitimate reasons why you would no longer want to be in a relationship with them. You're just at an impasse. They don't have to be evil. It's an impasse of how we do things. It's maybe their awareness. It's them not being authentic, whatever it is. There can be like a million examples that you could give why, but when we stay in that thing because of the uncomfortable bit of leaving, or when we stay in that relationship because the uncomfortableness of being the bad guy, universe will drop somebody off in front of you that curls your toes and makes you feel alive again, and that the connection is just easy. But what happens is if you give in to this feels hard and this feels good, and so when this feels good, if you give in to it, and all of a sudden the things that you've been accused of that you weren't doing, all of a sudden now are happening, at least on a connection, on an emotional, mental connection level, or a spiritual connection level. Now you're the bad guy. And I feel like fixed signs get put in this position a lot. Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius. Aquarius is a little better with the not staying where they shouldn't. Yeah, we have the Ace of Cups and the Eight of Wands both in reverse over here, or the Eight of Wands clarifying that Ace. We have Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Two of Pentacles in the upright, but this is a really out of balance. Like, I can get balance. I'm just going to put all of this on my head and be on one leg. This is when we are under-resourced and we're still trying to make balance. I love this Two of Pentacles because it tells a story. Queen of Pentacles, and this is a darker Queen of Pentacles in the dark woods. A little bit of devil horns there. In reverse. That stability was not there. And the Eight of Wands, the communication is not great. And there's not going to be an apology. You're not going to apologize for the thing that you didn't do. You cannot help how this went. You cannot help that somebody misrepresented themselves. And you cannot help that a connection happened without looking for it. What you can help is staying where you know you shouldn't stay anymore. Because let me tell you something. People who don't have self-awareness, you're never going to be able to leave in a way that they will not also have self-awareness in their part of the relationship. Let me say that again. When you are trying to stay with somebody who really doesn't have self-awareness, and you're like, well, if I can just get them to see this part, or if I can just get them to take responsibility for this one little thing. If they could fix that one little thing, we could make this work, right? But for somebody who doesn't have self-awareness to be able to see their fault in anything, there's no good way for you to leave. They're going to villainize you because they will not take responsibility or accountability for their part in the breakdown, for their part in misrepresenting themselves, for their part because people who don't have awareness, self-awareness, and don't take accountability misrepresent themselves because they are attached to the vision of themselves that they've created for their own survival. It's ontology. It's science. So if you're staying in something because you just want it to be less volatile when you, for somebody who does not take accountability, I don't care how nice they are. I don't care how polite they are. I don't care how nice the words they use are. If they do not take accountability and they do not have awareness on themselves and they do not take responsibility for any of their behavior, especially when shit goes sideways, they're not going to be fun to leave. They will not let it be fun. It has nothing to do with you, and you're not going to stop it. There's no way. You're not going to make them be a different person overnight. Okay. On this Five of Pentacles in reverse, we have another Page of Cups over here. Five of Cups in reverse. Ten of Wands in reverse. This relationship is begging to not have a hold on you anymore. Like, universe is screaming to not let this have a hold on you. Let's just you see them, right? Popping up and then sitting right back into the deck. There we go. Wow. Okay. In this Ten of Swords in the reverse, knowing that it is time to let something go, but holding on to it, even though it is Ten of Swords, painful. We have the Eight of Pentacles, possibly just working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working on leaving. I'm working on getting everything okay so I can leave, right? Both people, honestly. And then we have the Sun in reverse and the Queen of Cups in reverse. You can't make somebody who only deals in victimship, who does not take accountability. It doesn't, yeah. The I love you so much, if they're not willing to take accountability or have any self-awareness, is never, the let me love you enough to let you go is not going to happen. That would be the easiest thing for Aquarius. For somebody to say, I love you so much, I want to let you go and be happy. That's like Aquarius's wet dream of how relationship ends. You know. But that is unlikely in this case. Magic 8 Ball says outcome unlikely. Let's pull another one of these oracle cards. Aquarius, you know what to do, and do not feel guilty when connection shows up, when you are drawing out another connection, when you are just trying to say all the things and do all the things to make the other thing okay, because you're still in love with the promise of what it was supposed to be. Okay. Interesting. Because we have a Leo-like card for Aquarius, and I kept referencing the polarities and the sister sign connection of and sometimes the juxtaposition, but I kept mentioning Leo, so I find it very interesting that this is the card that we got. Okay, isn't he beautiful? Ishtar's Lion Gate 888, which we all know takes place on the 8th of August. Every year, but it is indeed in Leo season as we read for Aquarius. Your heart has a heightened connection with the higher realms of consciousness and light. A blessing, empowerment, and positive omen shall enter your world. What have I been saying this whole reading? Somebody just showed up. Hi, Heidi. Look, I'm using the cards are amazing. I've been using them for every reading. I'm so in love with them. Hi, I'm trying to Jaminski. I hope I said that right. I have kept saying through this whole reading, Universe will just plop somebody in front of your feet. Universe will just bring you somebody that a positive omen that shall enter your world. That is exactly what we were talking about in this whole reading again and again. Doors will open for you. Abundance and prosperity are headed your way. Take care of your heart. Ask for spiritual assistance and it shall be granted. Something negative is going to transform into something very positive. Maybe we should have a conversation about transmutation on Sunday. I still all really want you to leave me what you want to hear, what you want me to talk about on Sunday's show. It'll be at 1:30. Right now, it'll be at 1:30 on Sundays. Hi, Ember. Because I just want to make sure that no one feels torn. So at 1:30 on Sundays, I want to do something more metaphysical. I might start calling them like metaphysical Sundays. But like we did the Virgo full moon thing, Connie, Joe, and I did on Sunday. So it'll change up a little bit. But I want to know what you guys want to hear. And I will be tomorrow night at 6 p.m. We're going to do Friday night All Signs Hangout for tarot, astrology, and healing. But it's Friday night All Signs Hangout. And that'll be here on this channel. That's the place to catch me nowadays. Unless I've been talking with my friend Lana, who keeps saying that I could come on her podcast, which will be a Saturday morning, but I think we'll wait a month or so for that. She's got a podcast that's pretty popular. But if you're looking to catch me, I'll be here. I did just put up that whole thing on my website, so you know, and it says where to find me. And you go and it'll tell you my weekly schedule, and then on the other side, it'll tell you what videos we're actually either have done or going to be done that week, and I will change them out weekly. Just to make it easier. And there's a click button so that you can just get over to the live stream section of YouTube, because they changed it and everyone hates it. So if you mostly do live streams, it looks like you haven't done videos in forever. So it looks like the last video I did is 9 months when you just go to my page, because they're kind of putting the live streams in a different section. Don't know why, don't like it. So, but anything you need to know, you can go to my website for, including contact. I hope that I will see you all here on Friday night, which is tomorrow. And I'll be back Saturday for Libra and Gemini. And I'll be here Sunday, subject TBD. But I'm here for all of you. This is your channel. So when the video is over, let me know in the comments, because it's easier for me to read the comments as they come in after than it is for me to read the chat while I'm channeling. Aquarius, I love you. Know you love you. You've got this. It's just you deserve any happiness that gets the good omen that gets put at your feet. You just have to go ahead and disconnect from anything that is super toxic, and especially people that will not take accountability and like rewrite history 5 minutes later. I'm just getting a big sense of somebody who's not in self-awareness and not taking accountability. And so that's not on you. That's not on you. And you're not gonna be able to leave in any way that makes you the good guy or the good gal. They're not gonna let you. So, but you deserve to move on, to be happy. You deserve to not be in a situation where you're being accused of things. You know, the cards have spoken. Aquarius, I love you. Now you love you. I hope to see you all tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday. All right. Bye.